Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam jumpa diucapkan kepada seluruh penggemar Putri Ariani. Seorang guru vokal memperhatikan sebuah video Putri Ariani dan memberikan banyak masukan dan banyak komentar terhadap video tersebut. Pasti ini akan seru. Bagaimanakah videonya? Mari kita saksikan.
Hey everybody, it's your online singing coach back again today with a new reaction. I've been wanting to see what Putri Ariani's been up to post America's Got Talent. And I see here that she recently performed Hero with Alan Walker at the TikTok Awards Indonesia. And I can't wait to watch that.
Ya, kita juga tak sabar. Mari kita saksikan reaksinya.
Ooh, pretty.
It's in my muscle memory, I'm pretty sure. I recognize you, there is something in your eyes. Won't let you get away tonight.
Hero, ooh, getting excited with that crescendo there. But yes, there's already a lot to comment on here. I love, first of all, that there's a full orchestra on stage for this. That teeny tiny opening line that they did was so beautiful.
Will you let me jumpstart my heart? I need some.
Beautiful.
Before the sun goes down, who's gonna save me?
Nice.
Some kind of hero.
There's nothing like a live orchestra. Putri, again, looks like a rock star. I love how she really... You can tell that Putri loves to dress up for her performances. And she rocks those outfits. The fringed vest on top, woo! The makeup, she's just the red. She looks amazing. Fun to see both her and Alan Walker on stage together. I love how Putri in this beginning section really taps into the light, ethereal nature of the original vocal by Sasha Alex Sloan. Very pure, pristine, breathy, delicate, youthful, all of these lovely sensations happening in the vocal here. Now, the hardest part in this vocal melody is this big pop up to the F. Who's gonna save me now? Of course, Putri made it sound effortless. She gave it a tiny little slide down. Who's gonna save? That is classic Putri. I've talked about some of Putri's vocal isms. That's one of the ones she likes to use, is the slide there. Then she started to grow on this Some Kind of Hero, and I'm really excited to hear this next section. But I want to just go back a tiny bit to really admire how the orchestra is moving along with the two featured artists here. It's just very, very powerful and moving.
Will you let me jumpstart my heart? I need someone before the sun goes down.
Yes.
Who's gonna save me now? Some kind of hero.
Lots of momentum happening in this past section. Putri loves to sing with dynamic range, and I love that so much about her performances. In some of these phrases that we just heard, she went from full, big, passionate singing back to that light, breathy tone, back to the big, passionate singing, back to the light, breathy tone. She switches back and forth so fast, and both those dynamic levels have such a pleasing impact on the listener. The light, breathy, delicate is like, ah. And then the big, passionate vocals are like, oh, it's a really lovely blend of different sensations, different resonances happening in her voice. And I noticed here, okay, it's not a full orchestra, but it's a nice number of strings there on stage. And I love some of the things they're doing. I love how the orchestra is doing little answers to Putri's phrases. Been here before, ew. Those answers. Love this growth in the second verse. And then it was that second chorus where Putri did a lot more of the strong, belted power mama vocals. But like I said, she was like flipping back and forth. She'd go very, very light and airy and ethereal for some of the higher parts, and then she'd be right back down in that full voice. Let's listen to that second chorus one more time.
Will you let me jump
Karakter ini mampu menemukan hal-hal kecil dari sebuah lagu yang dibawakan Putri Ariani.
Who's gonna save me now? Some kind of hero I can't breathe.
Of course, I'm hearing more of some of Putri's isms that I've talked about before. She loves to use a cry sound at the end of some of her phrases, like on the "need someone." Right there, that cry sound. I always love it when Putri does that.
Yeah,
I also just love her full belted tone. Like on the "will you lift me up?" That phrase, that is Putri's power voice. And the tone is just incredible. I love the tone. There's a little bit of a vibrato. There's a little bit of, mask. There's a little bit of mixed voice in there, but there's a richness that's a little bit heavier, a little more chesty.
Some kind of hero.
Yes.
Wajahnya sangat menikmati.
There's so much feeling and emotion that comes through when Putri sings. This last "some kind of hero," what a contrast from early in the song. It was very like, some kind of hero. And here, let's just listen to this last one again.
Some kind of hero.
Mengalun.
Yes. Again, that cry sound at the end. It's so good.
Mantap.
She's feeling perky in that one, I felt, with that little thank you. If you've watched my other Putri videos, you know how I've talked about her growing confidence, how her confidence has grown and grown, and that's caused her to be more and more powerful on stage. That's exactly what I experienced here in this. Man, she looks so solid on stage. I feel like her facial expressions are becoming more and more dialed in, and just the way she's kind of holding herself on stage, she just has this presence. Even since America's Got Talent, seeing her on this stage here, I just sense this sense of belonging here from Putri. Like, yes, her voice just keeps growing, keeps developing, keeps tapping into its strengths and highlighting those strengths. She's really just a rocket. She's just growing and growing and getting stronger, stepping more and more into those serious diva shoes, like the idols that she has always looked up to. Can't wait to see more from Putri. Who else is she going to be performing with soon? She's been out there with some heavyweights, and aside from that, I hope she's starting to collaborate in the studio with some of these artists that she's working with. This kind of collaboration, like with Alan Walker, maybe she and Alan can do an original that Putri contributes on the writing to and performs on. I want Alan and Putri to do an original, okay?
Sama.
Alan, Putri, if you're watching, make it happen, please. But yes, keep it going, Putri, and we are all here for you. We are here to support and cheer you on. Looking forward to seeing what's next with her. Hope you enjoyed watching this with me. If you did, please be sure to hit subscribe. If you really enjoyed watching this with me, I'm always super thankful when I see the super thanks come in. If you want to connect outside of YouTube, you can find me on Instagram.
Terima kasih kita ucapkan untuk reaktor ini yang sangat bersemangat sekali memberikan reaksi pada video Putri Ariani. Dia sebagai seorang guru vokal tentu banyak menemukan keunikan-keunikan suara Putri Ariani, sehingga dia sangat bersemangat sekali menyaksikannya. Dia bisa menemukan teknik-teknik dasar, teknik-teknik kehebatan yang tersembunyi, yang kita selaku orang awam tidak mengetahui teknik tersebut. Kita secara orang awam, kita mendengar lagu tersebut udah indah, kita udah suka. Sedangkan seorang guru vokal biasanya dia bisa menemukan hal-hal yang tersembunyi di belakang itu, sehingga dia bisa mengakui keunggulan Putri Ariani. Dan dia juga memberikan sebuah masukan tadi kan, kalau bisa Putri mungkin mengadakan kolaborasi bersama artis-artis lain katanya kan. Dan kemarin kan udah sama Alfie. Dan dia juga mengharapkan semoga Putri bisa kolaborasi lagi dengan Alan Walker, menciptakan lagu baru atau apa. Saya rasa mungkin waktu dekat mungkin ada itu dalam pembicaraan mereka kemarin saat pertemuan kemarin itu. Sama-sama kita tunggu. Dan semoga karir Putri semakin melejit dan membawa nama baik kita, bangsa Indonesia, di dunia internasional. Hits terbaru ini semoga diterima masyarakat dunia dan Putri menjadi diva internasional. Demikian aja reaksi kita kali ini. Semoga kita selalu berada dalam lindungannya, dimurahkan rezeki, dan semoga kita selalu dalam keadaan sehat walafiat. Oke, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.